Machine Universe is back with trucks, ice roads, and moments that make you lean closer. Let's see how this winter lineup unfolds.
Jedzie bokiem. Teraz już tak. Uwaga, uciekać! Pach, jednie! Aha, ale urwał! Ale urwał, a tylko trochę było. A Jezus Maria!
Typical winter morning in Canada, just pure chaos.
No i go tłuką.
Too close for comfort, man. Scary. Everything almost ended badly for the moped rider because of those reckless trucks. Forget the engine. That explosion provided all the horsepower it needed to fly. That gas leak is seriously terrifying, guys. Imagine being snowed in for days and then seeing this beast crawl through the whiteout. We're south of Aurora, Nebraska, watching the BNSF team battle some massive drifts left behind by that 2009 Christmas storm. That bus said downtown, and it really meant it. Straight down the hill, no brakes needed. Hope everyone's okay, though.
Вот так мы засели. Вот так проходят.
This footage captures an intense amphibious vehicle trek from Kailino to Tilichiki. Navigating through the deep snow and icy rivers of Kamchatka, these tracked units demonstrate impressive off-road engineering in sub-zero conditions.
Huh?
Looks like the driver completely missed the height limit sign before the impact. Backing up a massive truck without checking the blind spots is a recipe for disaster. The lady was so focused on her work, she never saw it coming. It's lucky those boxes gave way a bit, or it could have been way worse. Who needs a massive recovery truck when you've got a brave Subaru and a tow rope?
Co kupuješ Subaru? Já mám 17. Jak to bude?
Reminds me of the old military rigs. It might not be the most comfortable ride, probably hits your elbows on the door during those jumps, but it's built like a tank. Simple, mechanical, and practically unstoppable in the middle of nowhere. Ice racing is incredible, but it comes with some pretty heavy risks right off the bat. Watching those cars sink in seconds shows why you can't ever take the frozen river for granted. It's a sport where knowing the risks is just as important as the speed. Classic narrow street struggle. The car just happened to be in the splash zone. Lucky is an understatement. That thing launched like a rocket. For $60,000, you get the Skiff, a descendant of the legendary GTT. Some say it's outdated compared to an MTLB, but there's no denying its ability to plow through deep snow. Still, those old-school levers might be tough on your knees. Forget the shovel today. We're watching this 96 Impreza wagon attempt to brute force its way through 30 inches of fresh powder. Let's see if those winter tires can actually find grip. The driver must be desperate to finish the shift and head home. Hearing that diesel engine struggle then roar to life is like music. The 3406E Caterpillar has such a distinct rhythm. It's a bit loud for the neighbors, but perfect for any truck lover.
In dem Fall haben wir jetzt auch wieder zwei LKWs, die von der Fahrt.
Man, you've got a feel for these drivers. Nobody wants to end their shift in a ditch. It's a relief there were no injuries, because metal can be fixed, but a scare like that stays with you for a long time. Look at the water pooling on top of the ice. It's a delicate balance between the truck's weight and the ice's strength. One wrong move here could turn a routine delivery into a rescue mission. I honestly thought he'd get stuck when the front wheels hit the water. Great driving. For those unfamiliar, this Fair Manufacturing 848 is built for serious accumulation. Watch how the hydraulic components help toss that hard-packed snow over the fence line. A tiny mistake in the snow can end up looking like this. Shout out to everyone who has to deal with this every winter. You guys are the real heroes.
Careful, careful!
Can you imagine seeing a whole container sliding towards you in the mirror?
Might need to take some of the slack out. Hi. There you go, there you go, there you go!
That 6.2-liter V8 engine shows exactly why people say Ford is built tough. It handled that swift rig with total ease. No roads, no problem. As long as the diesel keeps pumping, these guys will find a way through anything. Tough, but these guys are tougher. Pulling a full 50,000-liter trailer through frozen swamp is definitely not for the faint-hearted.
Вот так здесь на зимнике умирают.
碰碰缆腿啊！ 碰着了，碰着咱车了，哥们儿，我好着呢嘛。
Cutting off a car behind a truck is never smart. That aggressive lane change almost ended in a total wreck for everyone involved.
Slow down. Ah, he's sliding. Oh, crap.
Tankers like these often carry
there's a
liquid
propane
loads
truck
without
there.
internal baffles. When the driver brakes on ice, that liquid weight shifts forward, creating a surge
God.
that easily pushes the back end out.
Another one who lost control. There you go. There you go. There you go. You damaged his car.
Zero traction plus a steep hill equals a very expensive morning for these folks. Most railroads use standard engines for winter duty, but utilizing a pair of F units for plowing is a unique choice here. These streamlined locomotives have a different weight distribution, which helps when hitting those heavy sections between Salford and Tilsonburg. It's a classic setup for a modern winter. Poor truck is screaming for mercy while that loader operator keeps playing around with giant boulders.
Отойди, отойди, отойди.
Молодого не может.
Hard to imagine how they'd manage without that bulldozer's power.
Ничего, доедем на.
I said, I want to try and get it.
Great setup. The Blizzix and AWD combo makes driving in this mess look way too easy.
Ну тут для маски капец, мы тут от спашиваем, потом его опускаем пониже и обратно.
Heavy machinery like this Bat 2 is a beast. It's crazy that an 80,000-pound vehicle can still get stuck, but having an onboard winch for self-recovery is a game changer for clearing those remote roads. Think about the torque required to throw wet snow that far. It's not just a blower. It's more like a snow bazooka mounted on a heavy-duty frame.
What you guys think of that snowblower? Sorry that I ain't been able to produce any videos here. The weather's just kind of gotten me beaten down here, so I just ain't got any now. So, man, that's one hell of a way to throw snow. That is cooler now. That is so neat.
That's one heavy situation right there. 41,700 pounds and 60 feet of bus just sliding on all seasons. The supervisor definitely had their work cut out for them trying to get some traction. I've heard that narrower tires can actually be better on ice because they put more pressure on a smaller spot. What do you think? Out of nowhere, a truck loses control, nearly hitting an elderly woman who was simply doing some morning cleaning. You can't even see the wind, but it's strong enough to lift tons of steel.
Сейчас будут дешевые.
Is it a standard procedure for workers to stand so close to the unloading spot? It looks a bit intense.
Красиво?
Interesting rig. The Trom 8 looks like a specialized version of our old military Gamma Goat. It seems slow, maybe hitting 25 miles per hour at best, but that 125% incline capability is insane. Perfect for heavy-duty work in the middle of nowhere. Typical New York City winter scene from 2011. Most people do not realize how heavy that rear section is. Modern MTA policy usually swaps these long articulated buses for 40-foot straight buses during heavy snowfalls. Deep in the Andes, Cerro de Pasco presents a nightmare for logistics. Most people don't realize these Korean tractors are competing with Scania and Volvo in South America. Seeing one pull nearly 50 tons through deep sludge changes how you view the brand. Notice how they don't even use tire chains? Welcome to the snowy plains of Kamchatka, where a massive train of all-terrain vehicles is tackling the deep powder.
Охуенно!
Proč jezdíš na 3 válce?
Great demonstration of how traction control can sometimes hinder momentum on slick inclines. Turning VDC off seems essential for this car. Those Nokian really had to work for that grip at the end. Talk about a nightmare scenario for any driver. You don't see a truck mid-ocean every day. If you aren't familiar with the VTS-3, it's an impressive all-terrain machine. This clip highlights its ability to handle different environments without slowing down. A light glaze of ice is often more dangerous than a full snowstorm because people underestimate it. Wrapping up at Machine Universe, winter roads can flip from calm to chaos fast. If you've got better info, we'd love to hear it. Stay with us for the next one. Stay with us